if a young teenage girl was asking to be put on birth control to regulate her period, and her dad was just kind of like, you're a little young to be on birth control, that makes me uncomfortable.
Mm.
Your position was, for a moment I thought like, no, it's totally fine, and then it was like, let's actually try to deal with this in a way that's more
Well,
holistic,
I
maybe.
would also argue that like there is a good chance that teenage girls are going to want to have sex. And so like one of the things I talk about in my book is like we do not talk about sex enough in our culture, and we don't have a healthy relationship with sex in our culture. And as a result, like sex is kind of shoved under the the window. So I would actually have first and foremost, I would have a conversation with her about the reasoning. Like, are you ready to start having sex? And if so, like, is birth control something you want for that reason? Because if that's the case, if that's the real reason, then if I were 17 and I was starting to have sex, I mean, I would, I definitely think birth control is a good option for young women, specifically those who are sexually active. If you're not, maybe if you're not ready, like, so you don't really know. You just maybe have your wife have the conversation.
Right.
But then if it is for hormones, then I would argue that like the real question is what's going on with the hormones, like because like could it be her diet? Could it be something in her diet? Could it be her
Yeah.
life? Could it be her lack of sleep? Could it be I don't know what her weight is. I don't know if if she's struggling with, because the thing about hormones is that when we like I I was like really lean during high school, but I filled out pretty much consistently throughout the end of high school. So I went from being like tiny to like voluptuous in like 4 years. And so it is overwhelming for women to grow into their bodies. It's like a lot to handle, to be like, gosh, there's so much going on here. And I didn't have the resources that I needed at that age because there wasn't a big movement in functional medicine at that point, right? It
Right.
wasn't a big thing. Now we have functional medicine, and there are so many things that you can do to optimize health and optimize hormones now.